come to be with child? Eloise, what a question. I thought one needed to be married. Whatever are you talking about? Harley is not even a requirement. Eloise, that is more than enough.
Have you ever visited a farm?
No. Oh! I do hope the two of you are not encouraging improper topics of conversation.
Not at all, Mother. We were just heading off to take our sticks out.
Call in Bridgerton.
A round of fencing.
Hey everybody, J.K. Calloway here, and welcome to Season 1 of Bridgerton. This is a show we originally did as a full season drop over at Patreon, patreon.com/JK Reacts, and yeah, every first of the month we drop a full season of something. Bridgerton, both seasons 1 and 2, were full season drops back in the day, but season 3 is coming out soon. And I would rather do that on YouTube. So yeah, we're going to take Season 1 and Season 2. We're going to chop up the full reactions that we have done already and put them on YouTube over the next month or two in preparation for Season 3, which will be on YouTube as well. Also, Bridgerton was originally, with our full season drops, they're always at our $10 level over at Patreon. And being that we're going to chop them up, put it on YouTube, we're going to drop that down to our $2 level. So every episode of Bridgerton is on our Patreon right now at our $2 level if you want to check out the full reactions. We'll go through and chop them up as we go, but they're ready to watch right now on Patreon if you so wish. Speaking of full season drops, coming June 1st, which is kind of right in the middle of Season 3 of Bridgerton, because part of it comes out in May, part of it comes out in June. They're splitting it in half, which is what Netflix just loves to do now, apparently, which is fine. But June 1st for our full season drop, we'll be doing Queen Charlotte, because I haven't watched it yet. I have no idea what it is. So we'll do that one together. First time viewing, full season drop. That will be at our $10 level. Okay. Papa gotta make the money. But yeah, hopefully you're into it. And also, I believe Siobhan may be joining me for Season 3. She caught up on her own. So that'll be a lot of fun. But for now, Bridgerton Season 1. Here we go. Hey everybody, J.K. Calloway here, jumping back into our March full season drop of Bridgerton. Episode 2, it's called Shock and Delight, which is, I don't know, we'll find out. I don't really have any descriptors for this show yet, but we'll get deeper into it and hopefully it'll start to, I guess, find an identity, because right now it's just, you know, Jane Eyre with some man butt. That's all it is so far, but 7 episodes to go. But yeah, last episode we met, I'm assuming most of the players, the characters in the show, and the main one is Daphne, which seems to be, who's, you know, her time to be presented as marryable, if that's a word. I'm gonna make it one. And she seemed to be the best in show, if you will, not to, you know, put too much of a dog spin on it, but frankly that's how women were treated back then, so it's somewhat accurate. But for whatever reason, a new girl came to town, and then everyone was obsessed with New Girl, who is pregnant, by the way, so, like, not showing or anything yet. Presumably, like, she's like a month in, maybe. Like, it was kind of shown that she missed her first period, so she's not far along. So, yeah, that's a problem. But everyone was so smitten with her, and then, of course, this writer of a dirt sheet, if you will. Oh, my God, what's her name? Whistledown. I got it. Lady Whistledown writes this dirt sheet saying, oh, never mind, the new girl's the best, and Daphne's a piece of shit, so like no one wants Daphne except for this goofy looking psychopath, who of course turns into a legit psychopath when he threatens her when they're alone at a party of some sort. And of course, who comes to save her? Beautiful black man, Duke of Watson? No, Duke of Hastings. That's the one. But, you know, clearly the pretty guy. And actually at this point when I'm recording is Sunday night, and he just hosted SNL last night in real time. How far do you have to dig to get that guy on your show? like the co-star of Bridgerton. Man, a lot of people must have canceled. And there's a lot of side characters. My favorite one so far is Penelope, who's just, you know, sweet as can be and smart. And I think she's from Dairy Girls. I still haven't looked it up. I watched the show 2 nights ago, the first one, and I had every opportunity to look it up, and I didn't. Don't care that much. But yeah, we'll jump back in and see where they go from here, because Duke of Hastings and Daphne decided to combine powers more or less, in the sense that they don't want to be together, but they don't want to really be paired up with anybody, especially Daphne not paired up with a douchebag. So we'll see how that goes. If it's, God, I hope it's not as simple as they end up together. Although they despise one another, you know, and like, we've seen that. Please don't do it. Now let's jump back into it. Shock and delight. Is that a new girl?
What are you doing in here, Lady Danbury?
I am going in, Your Grace.
No place for a lady in there.
Someone must be with her. If not her husband, then...
This is a boy, Your Grace.
Girls are cool too. I know, different time, but still. What you doing? Is there another one in there? Oh, okay, so yeah, there's a flashback. Must be. Uh-oh.
Doctor!
There's too much blood.
The next Duke of Hastings.
Okay, that's who that is. Alright, fair enough, but... Dude.
Emerging phoenix-like from the ashes of irrelevance is one Miss Daphne Bridgerton.
Okay.
Where are you going so early, Your Grace?
Promenade.
Aw. Means he's probably straight.
The purpose of this arrangement is to keep the marriage money of the mothers of the Ton at bay, not hurl myself directly into the lion's den.
The purpose of this arrangement is to ensure I marry in my very first season.
I have no interest in causing a scandal, Miss Bridgerton.
You should imagine with you it comes naturally.
They're gonna like each other so much.
How does a lady come to be with child? Eloise, what a question. I thought one needed to be married. Whatever are you talking about? Harley is not even a garden. Eloise, that is more than enough.
Have you ever visited a farm?
No.
Oh! I do hope the two of you are not encouraging improper topics of conversation.
Not at all, Mother.
We were just heading off to take our sticks out.
Call in Bridgerton.
A round of fencing.
Callers for Miss Daphne, Mom.
But the Duke, you already have called it theirs.
Well, I suppose now I have more.
Which is the idea.
She is already engaged to be married.
The Duke has already asked for your hand.
I'm not engaged, Mamma. I cannot imagine a greater show of disrespect than promising me to Nigel Burbrook.
Anthony, tell me you did not.
He's a fine choice. I looked into him. The Duke is not a serious suitor. He will never marry. I have known him since we were boys. It is not bravado or denial.
He doesn't want to turn to his dad, maybe?
He truly danced with a Bridgerton girl. Twice.
Bare knuckle.
Again, why you were the first person I chose to reacquaint myself with.
Are you going to come down here or must I come up there?
My fists have taken enough pounding from your chin today, Dukeship.
Well, what seems to be so urgent? I should like to know what was going through your head last night and this morning. Are you courting my sister? Should I not be courting your sister?
No.
And I can think of dozens of reasons why, starting with she is my sister and ending with she is already engaged to be married. Nigel Burbrook is hardly a saint.
You are and have long been a good friend, the best. Really, but this is my sister. Family must come before all else.
Explain more.
Talk to me, damn you.
You are scaring
And
me.
if that's what it should take, I shall get a sound from him still.
No.
Hey. Fuck you, dude.
Do not.
What is he doing?
Talking.
He's an imbecile.
Your Grace.
He is an idiot! My God, Hastings' name cannot land in the quivering hands of a half-wit.
get him out of my sight. This boy is dead to me.
Fuck you! What the hell did you do? You piece of shit.
Your mother would weep to know her dearest friend was a stranger to her son. You look just like her. And a good thing, too.
I can not eat.
Oh, it's got a stutter.
I knew I would have to step into the light someday, and I could not very well be frightened. So, instead, I made myself frightening. I made myself the most terrifying creature in any room I entered. I understood you well enough. And I will help you to overcome this stammer of yours. You must promise me that when you step into the light, you will be worthy of the attention you command.
I like her.
I presume he failed to mention how he got that purple eye.
He was careless with the cabinet door.
He was careless with his honor. He attempted something last night I shan't dignify with words when your sister plants her face her. Deservedly so.
You will never speak to my sister again, Boba. We have to be married. You'll be buried if you so much as look in her direction.
Good man.
You had no right.
I was trying to help.
Well, you did not. All you did was underestimate Nigel's entitlement.
Right.
Not to mention, he could watch him.
So why can you not just let me have this one?
Because I think it really ought to be up to Miss Bridgerton.
When I'm buying a horse, I do not negotiate with the horse.
Should you continue to follow?
Why then have you not asked for her hand if you are so fond of her? Unless you have already had her. Or if you have, you must tell me. For if I'd already known she was loose and damaged, not intact.
Stop talking.
What?
That is all I had hoped to hear.
The fuck?
To breathe the same air as her. Now go home.
And you do. I've heard the stories of your father, Hastings. If anyone were to ever turn a blind eye to a man's temporary lack of judgment, it would be you. The apple should not fall very far, should it?
Kill him. He serves no purpose on this earth. Fucking... You're... Wow.
I am receiving high marks in all of my studies, sir. I ride, and I fence, and I shoot. Exceptionally well, I am told.
And fuck you.
I wrote to you many times to let you know I'm not dead.
It is a deep enough wound to live with the knowledge that you shall one day inherit Hastings. But to witness your struggle is too great an insult. You are as useless as your mother proved to be.
What the fuck?
I should pursue the same course with you as I did with her. To forget that you ever sullied these halls.
I want to give you a hug. Fuck that piece of shit.
Have you considered you are not the type women wish to marry?
I do suppose if I were forced to take a wife, you would be the least objectionable option.
Was that meant to be a compliment?
Yes, but it is no matter if you wish to marry for love, do you not?
Perhaps I am finally speaking to the true head of the Bridgerton house, for if it were you, I imagine you would have instructed your sister to take better care than to encourage certain attentions while alone with me on the dark walk at Vauxhall. What would someone like, say, Lady Whistledown do with such unseemly information?
Is that a threat?
It is certainly not. I have a Bridgerton, and I shall save her, as well as your entire family, from the ruin which you could not protect them.
You are not to deal with Lord Burbank, Anthony. Do you understand me? It is illegal, not to mention positively horrific.
And gentlemen are left with no other choice, Mother. When a young woman, let alone one's sister, is rumoured to be dishonoured, the consequences shall be deadly.
I must marry Nigel Burbank. It is the only choice.
You already turned away many more handsome debutantes saying,
Totally.
Mother, I prize accomplishment over beauty. Can you believe it?
Wow.
How troublesome could a household be with only Lady Burbank and the young Lord Burbank to look after?
Yeah, you have no idea.
Lord Burbank has a boy by one of his maids that he refused to provide for. Sent the maiden child away to lost scraps. Horrible man.
Horrible enough for us to be rid of him, let us pray.
I would not be surprised if Lord Burbank were called away to the country on alleged business to one former maid and young boy who we can only hope takes after his mother.
The baby bangs do creep me out. She needs to stop doing that. A little.
You should not have lost your temper with Lord Berbrook.
You should know something about Miss Bridgerton. I will not tolerate a bully. I shall agree. On one condition.
I was going to say, what are the...
Understand, Your Grace.
That he calls Simon. We are truly to seem to be courting, but this is to be a match like no other.
Very well. Simon?
Is there something funny about my name?
Huh?
Daphne.
Ooh, say it again.
My son.
My son. Fuck
Take
you.
your rightful place. Listen to me very closely. For I've only returned to do it one thing.
Hit him.
To make you a vow.
Oh, wait.
I will never marry. I will never sire an heir. The Hastings line will die with me. Speak, you fucking monster. Speak.
Oh. Okay. Alright. You got me. I'm in. I thought maybe it was something to do with the dad. Why he never wants to marry. Why the brother kept on saying he will never marry. The older brother must know that story. He must have heard that already. That horrible, horrible piece of shit of a father. What he put, you know, Simon through. And that's the reason he doesn't want to marry. Because he promised his dad he wouldn't despite him. And on his deathbed. I like it. I like that guy now. You go from one episode to the other. I've only watched the two. They're so stark in their contrast. Like, the first one's almost jovially idiotic in a lot of ways. Like, oh, this is going to be a super simple story. And you get to the second episode and it's like, oh no. Oh, no, no, no. It's all complicated. And now the Duke story is enthralling because you think it's going to be the typical, nah, you're not mine. Nah, not interested in you. To clearly they had a connection the entire time. Like, as mentally and spiritually and whatever. And he wants to defend her and he sees her as an equal in a lot of ways and all this stuff. And obviously she's cute. Whatever. That's baby bangs. She's not cute, but whatever, she's cute. And then that revelation that made a vow that fuck you, I will never have children. I never want your genes to pass on. I don't want your fucking name to pass on. I don't want your title to pass on. All that shit. Fuck you, you fucking monster. Perfect way to put it, he did. Speak. Oh. Speak, you fucking monster. That's... Oh. I'm in. I dig the show now. I'm not gonna judge it anymore. I'm not gonna make fun of it anymore. I'm in. I think I literally went, huh? You got me. You fucking got me. That was good shit. And, you know, the implementation of how to get Burnbrook out of her life. And, like, the whole episode was really good. And hopefully it stays really good. The music got immensely better. It went from Maroon 5 in episode 1 to Shawn Mendes. I think it was In My Blood, which I'm not a huge Shawn Mendes fan, and I don't even like that song in particular, but he made one song that was a fucking banger. What was it? There's Nothing Holding Me Back, I think that's what it's called. I don't remember, but just fun to just sing at the top of your lungs in the car. You know what I mean? Like, I've done it at karaoke and stuff too, but I don't do well. I mean, everyone's development, everyone's storylines got more fleshed out, and we're not nowhere near doing all of it, obviously. Like the brother, and I want to hear more about his story. Why does he feel the burden to be the man of the house, I guess? Like a societal, sure, but like he's kind of doing it in a weird way, and like trying to put his foot down and stuff like that, rather than, you know, be compassionate and stuff, until he heard that, you know, dude put his hands on his sister, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot more to that story. I really want to hear more about the Duke's sparring partner. What the fuck is that? Like, they're just sitting there laughing while they're bare knuckle boxing for giggles. Like, come on now. Like, you could be a little bit realistic, have a touch of blood on a lip or something. But maybe he's got a story. I want to hear it. There's lots of shit happening that's interesting, and definitely I want to hear more about it. I definitely want to hear more about the Duke's, the person who raised him. I can't remember her name right now, but apparently the mom's friend. It wasn't even family. It was his mom's friend. So yeah, feed me. I want to hear a lot more about her. But yeah, we'll jump into episode 3 here momentarily, and let it continue to go, because they got me. I'm in. Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. Leave comments. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Were you the same way as me? Like, I came in as a cynic. I did not want to watch this show, obviously. But, like, it seemed like cheese. But, you know, in the first episode, there was a couple of moments that was kind of like, oh, And then this one, it was practically the entire episode. And then, man, they bring it home at the end with Speak. Fuck. But yeah, I'm in. Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you next time.